Pretty sure we got a busted bearing. Getting hooked up on my way to go meet my buddy Nelson, and I noticed something a little bit off. Check this out. I heard something a little funky, but yeah, that's not good. Our bearing is shot. So unfortunately, everybody, today we won't be going fishing. Oh yeah, that's bad. We're gonna be taking this off, so maybe I'll make a video on replacing your bearing. I've done a video like this before. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be getting dirty and rusty today and breaking some bolts. Oh boy. So much for fishing. All right, maybe tomorrow, guys. Let's see if we can get this done. Alright guys, well, if you use your stuff as much as I do, if you're going to be out there getting dirty and greasy, I always say, if you can afford it, it's not that much more expensive to do the other side. So I'm going to replace both sides. And my go-to place, if you're in Cocoa, Bob K's trailer. I just walked in there with my one hub, and they're like, look, I don't know if that axle, you know, you could have that bastard size. They want to make sure they got the right seal. So I'm gonna go take off the other one and bring that hub in, and they're gonna hook me up with 2 new hubs, all greased, all ready to go. So that way, when I get home after I break off that one, I might have to use the grinder and grind that off. I'm not sure. We'll see if we can't hammer it off again. Might have to take the kayak off to do it. But we're gonna get the other one off. We're gonna take it in there, and then why is the camera back all weird? Okay, there we go. And then what we'll do is we'll take that in there. We'll get the 2 new ones all greased up, ready to go, and we should be good to go by the end of today. So yeah, let's get that other one off, and we'll head back over there. All right, everybody. All right, so I headed over to my trailer place, Bob K's Marine, and Bob K's Marine Supply. Great service there. If you're in the Cocoa area, I highly recommend you get your trailer parts there. They even do a lot of work for you if you bring in your trailer. I've always been taken care of when there, and you know me also, supporting local is a big thing, especially these days. Axles, right? They want to make sure I got the right seal in the back, and obviously my seal on the one is stuck behind the part of the bearing that is now rusted or stuck on there, basically, that we're gonna have to hammer out lately. So I went back home, took the other one off, that way I could bring in that seal and we can make sure we get the right one. And I'm a big believer, especially if you use your stuff as much as I am. This salt water, it is no joke. Even though I rinse my stuff after every use, you still, especially, let's say you go to the boat ramp, you back it in there, it just dunked in the salt water. You're not going to rinse it and everything. You're going to take it back up, park it, go fishing. It just sits in the, now it just got salt water and it's sat for however long you're fishing. And then when you back it back in and take it home, right? So there's still a lot of time where that salt water sits. But that's also why that preventative care does matter so much. But things happen, as we have just seen. So I am going to replace both. Might as well, if I'm already taking things apart, I'm already getting dirty. It's not that much more expensive to do both. Obviously, if you're really tight on cash or something, you just do the one. But I highly recommend, if you're going to take both off, or take one off, you might as well take the other and make sure everything's good to go. I just took it off and everything was good and perfect on that one. So we're going to take that one in, make sure we get all the right, the little seal part that goes on the back end. And then he's going to hook us up with 2 new bearings already set, greased, ready to go. So we're going to get those. We're going to, well, obviously we got to go home and hammer off that piece that's stuck on there right now. I'm not sure how we're going to get that. We'll either use the torch, or we'll try and freeze it off. And if all those don't work, then maybe we'll bust out the angle grinder. And when you do that, you just need to be careful. You don't want to try and scuff up that axle there. But hopefully we can get it off. I might have to take the kayak off because I'm really going to have to hammer that thing. As you saw in some previous videos, I was hammering pretty good and I just could not get it to budge. So that's what we're going to go do. So we're heading back there right now with the other hub. We're going to get 2 new hubs, bearings, the whole kit and caboodle, already greased up, ready to go. So all we got to do is throw it on when we get that piece off. Again, just super great service at Bob K's. I've had times where I've gone in there looking to buy stuff, and instead of them just selling to me to make money, they're like, oh, I don't think you really need to do that. You can actually do this and do that. So they're not just out there to make money on you. They're actually out there to try and help you and get you back on the water. So as I was saying, if you're in the Cocoa area, definitely check them out. They're right there on the one. So definitely go check them out, and shout out to them for always hooking me up. Last time I just took in my trailer and they did everything, the wiring and everything like that. So like I said, anything that comes up with your trailers, any supplies you need, wiring, electrical hubs, you name it, they got it all there. So all right, let's get back over there and then try and go get that piece off before it gets too hot. It's already in the mid 80s, so yeah. All right guys, stay tuned. 12:30, so didn't actually take us too long. And like I said, we did both. So and then I reapplied some grease and stuff to the leaf springs. They look rustier than they really are. I do treat them and put grease and stuff on them to prevent rust, but you know, that's salt water. But we've got the new hubs on this bad boy here. Yeah, so we should be good to go. We've got 2 new hubs on both sides, fresh loaded with grease. I just kind of moved it around. Everything seems to be good to go. So like I said, guys, this kind of stuff happens, especially when you use it all the time. You just gotta pay attention to it, and when it needs to be fixed up, it needs to be fixed up. I do make sure that every 2 months or so I put new grease in here. You definitely want to do that. I like putting these caps on it. It makes it a little easier. I use these bearing buddies right here. It makes it easier to see if it's getting low or not. I do need to get a little bit more grease. I had just enough to finish the job, but you know, you always want to make sure you got grease on standby. So we are all set up, so maybe we can go tomorrow and make up for today. But yeah, it's pretty simple, guys. And like I said, if you're local, go to Bob K's. Any questions you have, I mean, literally, they will, I mean, you could call them even, and they will walk you through a lot of this stuff. So again, like I said, I was going to post a fishing video. I know this isn't really, well, I guess it's fishing related, but this is something that you're going to deal with sometimes, you know, especially when you're dealing with saltwater. So I figured I would just post this up there for anybody that encounters this problem. You can do it yourself, or you can have someone do it for you. It's whatever works for you. I just figured I would do it myself since I'm not going fishing today. I would have much rather been fishing, but it is what it is. But yeah, guys, so like I said, keep up to date with your guys' maintenance, but still, things are gonna happen. So take care of it as it happens, and nothing's the end of the world. Everything's fixable, right? All right, guys, well, I appreciate you for watching. Hopefully this helps someone out there. Any questions, shoot me an email. Like I said, I'm no expert at all, at all. I just like figuring out how to do things myself. So yeah, so I'm gonna try and get it out tomorrow. We'll see how the wind is. Not sure, last I checked it was supposed to be pretty windy, so I'm not gonna say for sure I'm gonna go out tomorrow, but we will see. So stay tuned for that, and I'll catch you in the next one, everybody. Tie lines, peace.